I can't remember the plot of the story, but I do remember he was this giant elf. He wasn't really an elf. He just grew up with Santa, and he thought he was an elf. So it's Answer Your Phone Like an Elf Day. Go figure. So, also on December the 18th, let's see what else we've got here. Here's a cause, National Reefs Across America Day. This is a wonderful day because this is the day where they take the reefs, Christmas wreaths that are made up, and they take them out to the national cemeteries all across the U.S., and they place them on the graves of the soldiers that served in the military and gave their life for our country. So that is a wonderful cause. Moving on to December 19th, my birthday. And this is National Oatmeal Muffin Day, which I have to tell you, I absolutely love oatmeal. I love it. I love the creaminess. I love the texture. I love oatmeal cookies, especially when you put raisins and walnuts in them. I love oatmeal, and I normally, when I fix oatmeal, I put cranberries in it, and I put nuts in it, and I mix it up, and it's just this warm kind of pudding, and I add a little bit of cream to make it creamy, and a little bit of honey or a little bit of sugar and some butter. Oh my goodness, it is wonderful. So National Oatmeal Muffin Day, although it could just be National Oatmeal Day to me, and you could make whatever you want out of the oatmeal. But that's what that is. And so December the 20th. December the 20th, which is also my friend Dina's birthday, the one that we celebrated, her 60th birthday. Remember, I told you all about that. On her birthday, there is National Games Day, which is quite appropriate for her birthday because she is a character and she loves to have fun and she loves to laugh and she loves to dance and she loves to play. And so this is a perfect day to have fallen on her birthday, or for her birthday to have fallen on National Games Day. On December the 21st, which is today, now we come to today's fun, is National Winter Solstice Day. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a second and take a look at that. So the winter solstice marks the day with the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year. And we are entering the winter solstice. And this all happens in the northern hemisphere, all thanks to the tilt of the earth. And so many cultures on this day, they celebrate a feasting, with a feasting, and but they even if you're agnostic, you don't believe, you can still find a reason to rejoice and have a good time. So, you'll see going forward that the days will be shorter, which they've already started getting shorter, and it starts to get dark at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So the days get shorter, the nights get longer, which I really like personally. And this means you can look forward to some emergence of spring. So this kind of helps with the emergence of spring, because when spring comes, the days start to get longer, the flowers start to bloom, the sun comes out and warms the earth and causes things to grow, and we won't get into all the science of it, but it's a wonderful time of year. So on the 21st, there you go. Let's take a look. We also have on the 21st, let me see if there's a really good one. Here's a really good one. Look on the Bright Side Day. Now, this is, of course, a health-related holiday for the 21st today. And it's to remind everybody that, no matter how bad it gets, you should always be able to find a bright side of things, but for the grace of God go I. Anytime there's a sad story, there's always a bright side. God protected you from whatever it was that happened. And even if that sad thing happened around you, and even if it happened to you, it was not as bad as it could have been. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a bright side. The glass is always half full and not half empty. I am definitely one of those half full kind of people. So moving on to the 22nd of December, it is a federal holiday, National Forefathers Day, where they celebrate all of our forefathers, and you know who those people are. It was all of the ones that signed the Bill of Rights and went along before us to have the Constitution and all of the rights that we have today. So the next thing that we have on the 22nd is National Cookie Exchange Day. This, of course, is a foodie day. It's also National Date Nut Bread Day. So you got lots of good food that you can share with one another and just relax, have fun, and celebrate with each other. On the 23rd, December the 23rd, you have National Roots Day. And no, they're not talking about the roots of trees or the roots of your hair. We're talking about the roots of your family, where you come from, your nationality, your ethnicity, what makes you you, all the people that came before you that makes you the special, wonderful, loving, happy, funny, crazy, silly person that you are. And you notice I chose to mention all the wonderful attributes and not your selfish ways. And I can say that because I have them too. Because we already know about those. Everybody has those. And people always talk about that. But they never talk about how fun you are and how wonderful you are and how pleasant you are to be around. And, when somebody talks about you, they're actually talking about you and your whole family, your roots, because you are made up of everybody that came before you in your family. There's a little bit of their DNA all around. We're all made up of energy. And so you have the energy of all of your forefathers and everybody in your family. So this is a wonderful holiday, National Roots Day. Sit down and tell your kids about their grandparents, about their great-grandparents. And guess what? It doesn't matter if you don't know who your parents are, because somebody in your life influenced you and they are part of your roots. Even if you were adopted, if you grew up in a home, whatever the situation was, you still have roots because somebody took care of you and somebody looked out for you at some point in your life. And so they became a part of your life and they influenced your growing up, so you can celebrate them. So, moving on. December the 24th, Christmas Eve. This, of course, Christmas Eve is a cultural, it's Christian family relationships. It's a wonderful holiday to get together and celebrate and love on one another and show love to one another and others. that are less fortunate. Those, and when I say less fortunate, I don't mean monetarily. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about someone who maybe doesn't have a home or doesn't have family around them. This is a perfect day to do something nice and show them that there is a God and He loves them. And you can be that beacon of light for that person. I encourage you to do that. I really, really encourage you to do that. I encourage you to show love to someone that you normally wouldn't have. The Bible talks about be careful when you talk to a stranger because you could be entertaining an angel. And that is true. We never know who that person is, or what they have been through. It's so easy. It's just a matter of one day to the next or 1 minute to the next that we could be in that same situation. So be very careful when you are reaching out to someone else, because you don't know what their history is, what their background is, what they've gone through, and the hurt that they carry with them. Be kind, be nice, smile. Smiling doesn't cost anything. Saying hello does not cost anything. Telling someone that God loves them does not cost a dime. But it is priceless. It is absolutely priceless. So, that is Christmas Eve. And you know what? That's the most important holiday of Christmas Eve. Of course, there is also National Eggnog Day on Christmas Eve, which kind of goes hand in hand. I don't know if you like eggnog. I love eggnog. It is very thick and rich, though. So you kind of have to, and I don't know about you, but I can only drink a little bit at a time. But it's wonderful and I love it. And nothing says holidays like eggnog. And then, of course, we have December the 25th, which is Christmas holiday. It's a religious holiday. Now, it says it's Jesus' birthday. Now, we're not going to get into the truth of Jesus' birthday, but it is the national day that is celebrated. So we'll put it that way. It is our day that everybody celebrates in unison on that day. Especially here in the U.S. Now, I know everybody around the world celebrates differently. They may celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. And I know there's a lot more out there that I just can't think of. But that is the day, Christmas Day, the 25th of December, is the day that we celebrate Jesus' birthday. We celebrate family, we celebrate friends, we celebrate strangers, we celebrate sharing love and showing love. And I hope that's the day that you use to do that as well. And I hope you do that every day of the year, but especially on that day. December the 26th, we're just going to go through to the end of December. December the 26th, National Homeowners Day. This is a special interest. It's a day that is celebrated for all the homeowners out there. So if you want to become a homeowner, we'll get into some of this later because I'm also a financial consultant. We will get into some of that later. But if you want to be a homeowner, I encourage you, make it happen. There are so many easy ways for you to do it. It is hard work, but you can do it. You can have the American dream. And I encourage you to have your own. So National Homeowners Day. This is also a day of goodwill. And of course, this kind of goes along with everything else that we've been talking about, showing others love and not just me, my, for, and no more. And this is also Kwanzaa.